Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Guys, today I wanted to talk about Galactic Legends and which one you should be going for first, or second, or whatever. We're going to talk about all of them, and give my reasons, give the different criteria, everything like that. Should be a good time. I hope that we enjoy it. I'm going to give my final pick last, just so you guys can watch the whole video and get the analysis. You can fast forward, of course, if you want, whatever. But that being said, folks, just real quick, just a reminder to hit that sub button if you haven't already, or the like, or make a comment in the comments area. We're trying to get on the algorithm. It's been hugely helpful lately. You guys have been putting so many likes on. Really appreciate it. Comments, etc. It really has helped grow the channel, and it's a free way to do it. So that being said, I really do appreciate you guys' support, and let's talk about this. So, what are the criteria for Galactic Legends? I know that I'm a GAC player, and a lot of people are going to question whether I'm being objective here in terms of the rest of the game is important too. I know that I love to play Grand Arena, but you also need to be able to do Arena, you need to be able to finish events, the conquest and challenges, etc. You need to be able to do all those things, and so which Galactic Legend sets you up for it? And this is a topic I could talk about forever. We're going to try to keep this video a little bit shorter so we can't go into everything, but I'll give a quick overview of each, and then, like I said, my pick at the end. So let's go over it. So which criteria are we doing? We have with PvP, of course, Grand Arena. That's the thing that I tend to focus on most. But then also, PvE stuff, all the raids, all the everything, all that stuff is important. So that being said, we'll start with Mr. Ice Cream Sandwich himself, Jedi Master Luke. He has a relic. I love that he uses his relic as a thing that he's never actually read. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That being said, he is a really strong character. The problem with him, of course, is a new player. His unlock is insane. I don't know. I think he requires the most total characters unlocked and geared and everything to a certain point than any other character, because it's not just that you require C-3PO, he requires those 5 Ewoks it took, the poor hapless Ewoks that you geared to gear 8 plus 3, and then you failed, and you're like, oh fine, gear 8 plus 4 on one of them, just slowly try to get C-3PO unlocked, but you have those 5 worthless Ewoks, or if you want to gear them up, they're actually marginally useful, early game, and but they're, you have to get the Ewoks to get 3PO, and if you want R2-D2, you have to get 5 Empire characters, and like Jedi Luke requires 10, 13, something like that, characters at Relic 3, and a lot of those characters are really tough to get, like Rebel Officer Leia Organa, Wampa, etc., and a lot of those characters are good, not Rolo necessarily, not Captain Han. There's a few that aren't good, but overall, the unlocked characters are good, but it takes a really long time. Otherwise, PvE, he's a Jedi, so he's going to unlock a lot of stuff. He's going to help you complete a lot of missions, a lot of different things. As a Jedi, tons of the game revolves around the Jedi tag, and so he's really good with them. He's not pigeonholed into Galactic Republic Jedi, like Kenobi kind of is. He loves all Jedi. He's not that great with other things other than Watt, but otherwise he is a very good character, beats all of the different Galactic Legends, probably currently the best non-Kenobi GL to be able to beat Kenobi, can beat all the rest of them, including Sith Eternal, who many people say is a hard counter to him. He still has a few comps that can beat Sith Eternal, so really good character, and just tough to unlock. We have General Master Jedi Master Kenobi. He's all over the place, but he is the new hotness. Of course, he beats all the different Galactic Legends fairly efficiently. He is super versatile within the Galactic Republic faction. Jedi are great with him, of course, and then Galactic Republic are also pretty good with him. He can go with a lot of different characters. There's a lot of characters that can just be made to work with him. He's the only character I have seen have anything approaching success with stupid mace and his stupid lightsaber. And I love that his relic is a screaming creature that he uses for just a little bit and then just discards. He's like, I'm going to put a tremendous amount of resources into this green creature, and then we're just going to like plummet into the water, into the abyss, and I'll just abandon him. Like, I won't even look back. Like, just leave. And the creature makes an obnoxious, weird chirping noise anyway, so that's okay with me. That being said, he's just very good. He's also very, very difficult to unlock. Even more so, I think, than Jedi Master Luke, because you need a 7-star Watt to get there. You need to get Relic 8 characters, and it's just very difficult. You can spend money to get there, but this character is also... so it's like, great, you spent all this money and resources to finally unlock him. You got into a good guild, etc. That's cool, to get Watt and everything. That's neat. But then we still don't have a 7-star Ki-Adi-Mundi, who's the best character with him right now. You really want Ki-Adi-Mundi there, otherwise you have to use other weird team comps, and it just takes a long time. So, very difficult for a newer player to approach, but also very good, and he does ardent blade work, which is good. That's excellent. Good for you, bud. I don't know... Did you guys ever think that he deserved to be, like, a Jedi Master? Like, what did he do to become a Jedi Master, like, right before the Clone Wars happened? I don't know. Just kind of interesting. That being said, Rey. She is, in the first iteration of Galactic Legends, she is still super relevant. She's got an interesting thing in that, I don't know if she scales that well, if she has a great shelf life, because as the game continues to expand, we get Relic 9, we get Relic 10, we get other things that boost these characters. She's just one character that gets boosted, and a lot of her abilities rely on being able to just have overwhelming force against multiple people. Like, for instance, her ultimate ability, it's based on her offense, and so she's Relic 8 now, she goes up to Relic 9, cool, she hits so hard, but then her ultimate ability is distributed around the rest of the team, on the rest of the team that's still alive, and if there are 5 characters who are all also gaining Relic levels as the game progresses, their survivability increases, and her ultimate serves less and less function. She also does the Whirlwind, which is a specific set. It's like 400,000 damage, right? Like, it's a set amount. And think about this. Back when Probe Droid came out, people thought that it was borderline overpowered because it just blew up any character. And now you try to use a Probe Droid on almost any character now, even just like a support character at Relic 3, and Probe Droid doesn't do the job. 100,000 damage. Woo! So super impactful. Thanks, Probe Droid. Like, go away. Oh, you already have, and you cost me banners. Stupid. And same with right now, Whirlwind is great, but we already have IG-11s who are over 400,000 health. So right now, there are characters that she can't Whirlwind to death, and as the game continues to go the direction of Galactic Legends, Whirlwind does not do that much damage. For how hard it is to get and how hard it is to build up, it is not a really great counter to Galactic Legends. And so, right now she's great. I think the one thing that scales well with her is her lifeblood, because as she continues to advance, she'll get more health, so she'll probably become more and more health-oriented as the game progresses. 3v3, of course, she'll be a lot better, just because the damage she causes will be so focused on just 3 characters instead of 5, etc. Lifeblood, of course, as I said, transfers to 4 other characters as well, so it kind of does scale okay. In terms of just overall, like, PvE applicability, she can definitely kill a lot of things, but she doesn't have any unlock potential, really. Like, what events does she help you finish? She does do great in territory battles, of course. All of these characters do. All Galactic Legends are great at that, so that's just a blanket statement. Good at territory battles. And then what else does she do? Like, she doesn't even have an assault battle that she can do. She has a bunch of characters that are kind of just in the fringe. Like, people tell me sometimes, oh yeah, OG Poe Dameron, he's so cool. He's good. Like, I get a lot of use out of him with the veterans, and that's great. I'm like, yay, cool. But if he didn't have a decent ship attached to him, or a Galactic Legend especially, would anyone gear OG Poe at this point in the game? No, they wouldn't. Rose is the obvious one that everyone hates. We won't spend any time on her, because that would be too much time for her, the more than she's worth. So lots of characters like that we wouldn't really gear. Resistance pilot, if you want that fleet, I guess you do that, but Radis isn't the very best fleet anyways. Takes a long time to farm Radis anyways, so just kind of a weird, it's tough to get her because the characters you have to farm are just so out in left field. Kylo is probably the king of PvE. I don't know if that's completely true. I'm guessing Kenobi's probably pretty good as well, but the way, like, his AoE is so good, and you can do multiple AoEs at a time because of all the different things that he can do. You can't be crit. He's gonna scale really well. Like, just as Rey kind of falls behind based on the damage that she can deal, Kylo is going to scale really well because he is going to escalate his mastery. Like, he can manipulate that so nicely, and that's why he can solo the Sith raid. You guys can watch the video on that if you want to search for it. He can do a lot of really cool stuff in PvE, and in PvP he has comps to beat all the different galactic legends. He's pretty versatile. He's not the best at beating all the galactic legends, but he's very strong in certain corners. He's really great at soloing teams in GAC. PvE, again, he doesn't have a lot of applicability. He does have an assault battle, and if you want to go that route, I think it takes like 40 minutes to get through the one phase if you put it on auto. So if you want to do that, I guess that's your call. But that being said, he's great in challenges. Sometimes, even if it's just like finish the mission without having anyone killed or finish a mission undersized. He's great in Conquest, doing a bunch of stuff. Really great character. He's going to scale really well. Pretty safe to go with. Finalizer is a pretty good fleet. I think it's a little better than Radis, in my opinion. And so it's still not like the best fleet, though. But, the only bad thing about this, too, guys, is there's a bunch of out-of-the-way characters. Like, who no one really wanted to gear Phasma, but we all have a Relic 5 now if you have Supreme Leader Kylo. So, good character, maybe not the very, very best at in terms of farmability, just because all the other characters that you're farming him with, like, not as relevant. You don't really need them. You can kind of pick and choose in the faction if you didn't have to get him. And finally, we have the ancient backpack wielder, Sith Eternal, and he's an interesting character. Everyone for a long time said that he was the worst of the 4 GLs. This is before Kenobi came out, and I still hear people saying that. Oh, he's the worst GL, and those people are crazy. He has a different skill set, certainly, and he seems weaker in some regards. He's not as good at PvE, certainly. Though territory battles, he actually does better than Kylo. For some reason, he does. So there's a lot going on with the backpack man himself. He's not that tough to mod either, which is kind of a fun consideration in terms of characters that you have to gear up for it. Like, it's okay. You have to put relics on some pretty bad characters, and if you want to get him early game, those guys are going to be like a lodestone around your neck. It's going to be tough to stomach some of those things. Like, do you really need a Relic 6 Dooku? Do you really need a Relic 7 Darth Sidious? Just awful, but he's relatively cheap also for a Galactic Legend. I don't know for sure. I think that he requires some of the least amount of things, and there are a lot of relevant characters there. So he's not a bad choice, really. In PvE, or PvP, he is amazing. He's going to do a lot of good. So he's in raids, I should add, he's probably the worst out of all of them by far. The Rancor just licks his chops and smashes him, and then realizes that he doesn't really prefer smashed food, so he just lays there on the floor unused entirely. But that being said, he's great in PvP. He has a comp that has a comp or two that beats Supreme Leader Kylo. So that being said, guys, who is my pick? Which pick is mine? What does Zareth say you should go for in your first Galactic Legend? And my choice lands on Jedi Master Luke. Now, I know that you guys are going to say, but he's so hard to get. He is so impossible. And I get that. That's why I picked him, frankly. So PvP, PvE has all his bases covered. Great character in every single regard. So hard to argue with that, but And I know you just said, you just questioned my ability to think, to use my brain, because as a new player, you want to get a Galactic Legend early, right? And the answer is wrong. Do not get a Galactic Legend early. Do not rush a Galactic Legend. People talk to me all the time. They're like, man, I'm the coolest. I must be the only person in Division 7 with 2 Galactic Legends. And I'm like, okay, so that's your entire roster, and you're going to be facing people in GAC with that anyways. Like, it's madness to me. Even if you do win a lot in GAC, your roster is so one-dimensional. It's so top-heavy, and you're weighing down your roster. You have like a 3 million roster with Rose at Relic 5 as one of your most important characters, because she's Relic 5 and she's worthless, in fact. So trying to get a Galactic Legend too early, in my opinion, fundamentally hurts your account. You really need to slow it down, and this is the way you do it. Jedi Master Luke has all good unlock requirements, and it'll force you to actually get through a lot of different events. Just keep your relic levels low. If you keep them at Relic 0, you're not going to match up against Galactic Legends anyways for a long time. My alt is living proof of that. Barely had to fight any Galactic Legends, and I'm at 5.3 without a Galactic Legend of my own. Jedi Master Luke, though, once you get him, you'll start facing other Galactic Legends, and he'll be able to beat them for you. So, this is your chance, guys, to get a good, solid, fundamentally sound roster instead of a top-heavy thing that topples over and that can't full clear in GAC because you put them on defense because no one can beat them on defense, and then you can't clear because you have Rose on offense, and that's it. So, you're like, well, my Rose solo failed, so no, I didn't full clear, but I won. Oh, did you get Kyber this season? Oh, I mean, no, but I went 10-2, still didn't get, because you can't full clear. That's the thing. Get a versatile roster, guys. End of story. Get functional, versatile roster. All right. I think that's it, folks. Let me know what I missed in the comments. I'm sure I missed a ton. I can't help but have missed a ton. What are your guys' most important things? Which Galactic Legend would you choose first? Would love to hear in the comments. Once again, please hit that like button, hit the sub, whatever. Leave a comment. Would love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.